Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Mecole Hardman now on the return. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Has room down the left sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. They've got a man in motion. From the red zone now. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Ja'Marr Chase touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Play fake, Jackson. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
3rd and long for him here. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He sent a man in motion. From the 44 here on 2nd down. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Avoid some trouble there. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 13-0 lead. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson off the play action. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
2nd and 10 now. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Play action now with Jackson. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lamar out of the pistol. That's caught for the first. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, here's Lamar. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down throw for Jackson. That's Hill on the slant. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Jackson yet again. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Lamar throwing again. He's got it! And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson's gonna throw again. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles making a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. There was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he found his man.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised decision, but when you give your receiver a chance, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust your guys are better than theirs.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this to Jefferson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 46. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. One of the tight ends motioning left. Again, Mahomes to throw. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Lavonte David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the air, Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Where offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Mahomes to throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this 3rd quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half too as they chase this lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Lamar now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Barkley's got it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Chase. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Completes this one to Chase. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Chiefs football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Now it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. To the air, Mahomes. Into traffic, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Right back to Pacheco. And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Second and 6 coming up here. It's Pacheco again. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Philadelphia.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City. GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century. The home of the Kansas City Chiefs. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
First down throw, Mahomes. That's caught. Travis Kelce. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They put Kelce in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Gray is the motion man here. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has...
He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He'll push forward for about a yard. Mario Davis there on the play. Here's second and 9. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A first down throw for Jackson. This one to his big tight end, Uzomah. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
So 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 57. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion, the tight end, Uzomah. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson out of the pistol. He'll let this go for Goddard. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
4th down. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to have the Eagles' first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Jackson now on 2nd down. And he's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to take over now for the second time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They put Kelce in motion. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Jackson. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he will score. DeVonta Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. On is Elliott to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They put Kelce in motion. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. 3rd down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Eagles offense going to take over just before the half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's 2nd and 2. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a 1st down. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now Jackson. A short throw taken in by Goddard. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Third and long for Jackson. A pass caught by Saquon. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They put Kelsey in motion. A 1st down throw for Mahomes.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
In motion, it's Jefferson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle. Third and a yard. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. It's a pickup of 13 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Big play coming up. This is third down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, Mahomes. There's Jefferson. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll drop to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Here's Pacheco. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are right back in this one. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 28. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. Clock is stopped, 55 seconds remaining here in the game. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Play action here. Mahomes laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
A 4-yard loss brings up 2nd and 14 at the 43-yard line.
So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, good night from Kansas City.